Warning, this series reflects on changes that might not be final. They are tentative and are subject to change throughout the pre-season.
Hey everyone, Shakarez or Killbot here, and welcome to Rift Overview, where we'll be taking a look at the upcoming changes to the Preseason 5. Today, some more jungle changes, specifically the 4 new jungle items and the 4 new enchantments. So if you've already played in the new patch, which is very likely, you probably already know how it works, but I'll go over it real quick. There are 4 jungle items, they all cost 750 gold, and they build out of Machete. They give you no stats, but they change the way your smite works, and they upgrade the jungler passive from Hunter's Machete. Each item is designed to fit a specific jungling style: farming, ganking, dueling, and counter jungling. From there, you can enchant these items. There are 4 enchantments: Warrior, Magus, Juggernaut, and Devour, and they work similarly to boot enchantments. Regardless of your jungle item choice, you can choose your enchantment. Starting with the items then. First and foremost, Ranger's Trailblazer. It's the designated item for farming, and it upgrades your smite to Blasting Smite. Blasting Smite has a reduced cooldown of 45 seconds and deals 50% splash damage to all surrounding minions and monsters. It also stuns all enemies' damage for 1.5 seconds. If you cast Blasting Smite on a monster, you will also restore 15% of your missing health and mana. Next up is Poacher's Knife, the designated counter jungling item, upgrading your smite to Scavenging Smite. If you use smite to aid in killing a large monster in the enemy's jungle, the cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds. You'll also get 20 bonus gold and 175% bonus movement speed buff that decays over 2 seconds. Skirmish's Saber is the perfect item for all you duelists out there. With Challenging Smite, you can smite enemy champions. Enemies smited by you will be marked for 6 seconds and take bonus true damage from you on hit, and they will also deal 20% reduced damage to you. Last but not least, Stalker's Blade is the other smite that is usable on champions. You'll deal true damage to them and cast a 2-second 50% slow. This is mainly geared towards junglers who lack crowd control and want that extra slow for sticking power. So if I had to rate these items from strongest to weakest, I definitely put Trailblazer first. As it stands, it's by far the strongest jungle item, as it gives too much. You get reduced smite cooldown, percentage missing health and mana back, and you stun the camps. I think it's a bit too strong right now, and it needs to be toned down. If you're new to the jungle or starting to learn it, I'd advise you to run this item. There's not much that could go wrong. Poacher's Knife on its current iteration is way too weak. For one, it makes you predictable, and while the benefits to the reduced smite cooldown are huge, you actually need to kill the monster in the enemy jungle to get it. You only get 20 extra gold, and the movement speed bonus is only given if you kill the camp, so you can't really use it as a reliable escape if you're getting collapsed on. So if I were to be playing a counter jungler, I'd most likely prefer going for any of the other 3 upgrades, and if I was going for a very heavy style where I want to clear camps, I'd probably still take Trailblazer. Skirmish's Saber I'd only use on junglers that can fully use the on-hit true magic damage to their advantage. Warwick is the prime example, but other junglers like Master Yi and Xin Zhao can really use it efficiently as well. Stalker's Blade is actually pretty underrated and good. The true damage and the slow are both very strong. Even though at a first glance it might seem like it's not that great, it will become the go-to option for more junglers once the other 2 items I just mentioned before are nerfed. Just remember that for these 2 last items, you'll be pretty screwed if you smite early when ganking. It essentially means that you won't have it to jungle and it will hinder your clears, so use it wisely. Moving on to the jungle enchantments. As mentioned above, the 4 jungle items can then be enchanted for 1,500 gold. The 4 items loosely resemble the old jungle items from Season 4. Warrior is somewhat similar to Elder Lizard, Magus replaces Spectral Wraith, Juggernaut is the new Ancient Golem, and Devourer is the reincarnation of the Feral Flare. Now, from the table you're looking at right now on your screen with the stats of each item and their gold value, you'd probably tell me that these items aren't that great, only Magus is cost efficient. However, consider this: 2,250 gold is the total price for the item plus enchantment. But in reality, you're only paying 1,500 gold for stats, since the 750 come from the machete item, and those are simply smite enhancers. So taking that into account, you'll see that all 4 jungle items are actually cost efficient. It's normal that Devourer and Juggernaut are the least efficient items since one has scaling on hit magic damage and the other one has tenacity, and you can't really value either of these stats. That's going to be all for today. I apologize for the delay and for an episode that doesn't go much beyond the basic information, but feel free to ask me on my Facebook page or on the comment section what items you think you should build on Champion X or Y in the jungle. I'll try to answer with the best of my ability. Join me next time where I'll be taking a more in-depth look into one of the jungle items. I'll see you guys in the Rift. Shakarez signing out.